So, I went to watch Barbie, then I watched Oppenheimer, then I saw Barbie again, and then Oppenheimer once more. And I think I have my final verdict. Barbenheimer is truly an interesting pop culture phenomena. I mean, it isn't the first time two similar movies came out within a year of each other, but usually it doesn't go like this. Y'all remember when New Horizons and Doom Eternal also released on the same day? Two totally different fan bases coming together to support one another. Truly a piece in our time. And so the 21st of July came and went. People all across the globe were tempted into doing a double feature. Many watched both movies who would have originally only watched one of them. Cillian Murphy didn't do a single interview without being asked what kind of a Ken he is.
Of course, yeah.
Having sat through 10 hours of cinematic history happening in front of my eyes, the biggest blowaway to me was that they didn't seem too different from each other at all. Let's start with, you. I'm not sure if Barbie can even be fully called a movie. It's more like a very clever execution of a play. You can't really even say it's the kind of movie that doesn't take itself seriously, because oh boy does it. It's so committed to parodying itself that it just pushes through, doesn't pull any punches, and creates a narrative almost entirely bound from the rule bending inside of their world. I'm kinda surprised that Mattel allowed to use everything in the movie. Is it gonna make money? Yes, a lot of money, sir. Then who gives a shit? And at the center of all of that is a plastic doll developing self-awareness. The ageless problems of human nature come to plague our characters, and the deeper into the rabbit hole they dive, the scarier, more complicated, unfair, and depressing they get. Until acceptance? Yeah, no. I mean, she originally wanted to take the blue pill, but ended up voluntarily choosing the red pill in the end. It wasn't her accepting that it's fine. She was embracing the challenges that it takes to navigate the real world. Yeah, it's cool to have genitalia, but just know that you will never wake up like this ever again. Then, on the other hand, we have Oppenheimer, the man whose brilliance and determination led him down a path to give birth to the most destructive force mankind has ever seen. Yeah, you might have had some skeletons, but now you have demons. Lots of them. The story of Dr. J. Robert Oppenheimer is a very tragic one, but it's no surprise knowing who directed it. I'm not blaming Nolan for Robert having a shitty day. It's just that Christopher Nolan has a lot of experience with characters whose worlds come caving in due to the consequences of their actions. But never have I seen it like this. The 3-hour runtime is back to the brim, with emotion, drama, love and action and little moments, literally half-a-second cuts, everything to elevate the story, to tell it in the best way possible. My head is like fully off, sir. I thought you were already cool for coming to Estonia, but now you're even cooler. The movie just starts. Boom! You're glued to your chair. You don't even have time to breathe. Both the audio and visual sides are taken to the extreme to just give a glimpse into this man's head. We spend enough time with him to observe the way he interacts with the people and the world surrounding him. Murphy gives the work of a lifetime so you can feel it all. Okay, so you're telling me they're both truly troubled individuals who have this uncontrollable feel of self-loathing. You can try and take your anger out on the world, but you can't do it to everybody. There's like way too many people in the world, so we sometimes just retreat back into ourselves a bit too much and start taking it out on ourselves. I don't mean physically. I mean, the guilt is what keeps you up at night, and shame is what makes you wanna sleep all day. Barbie feels it's better to give up. No matter how much voice or power or reasoning you have, you can't win against the system. The house always wins, at least in the real world. How can that make anyone feel powerful, pretty, or smart enough to just get back up and go about your day? Smile and wave and act as if we're all not living in a Black Mirror episode. Yet, we do it every single morning. And the attack against Oppenheimer, on paper it was meant to eliminate a security risk, but in doing so acted as a horrifying reality check for him. Maybe he does think he doomed us all, becoming death, the destroyer of worlds. Trinity happened in 45, and he died in 67. Those must have been the longest 22 years of his life. He thinks the people blame him, the country blames him, heck, the entire world probably hates him, so how can he not hate himself? Alright, let's take a step back and rob these two masterpieces of all their nuance and geniosity, of their great casts and even greater directors. In the most simple terms, we have two people. The girl is scared of the world and thus is conscious of herself, and the boy is haunted by his actions and is thus scared of the world. They're both too aware of the outside view and reflecting back on the most vulnerable parts of their inner selves. You can't work on liking yourself and being liked by everybody at the same time. I don't mean you gotta pick and choose, I don't actually know what you gotta do. The world is fucking crazy. The shit that happens in it daily blurs the lines between fiction and fact. We are mere mortals and irrepressible thoughts of death that it happens sometimes. Maybe we just gotta not look at the full picture for the first time. Maybe let's just take small bites, chewable size. We can digest it better that way.
As the proverb says, tomorrow never comes. There is no such thing as tomorrow. There never will be, because time is always now.